Today we get to read two really great stories. The first one is What If You Had Animal Ears? And you can see this picture of a real koala down there. The author helps you imagine all the good that could come from having animal ears and maybe the not so good. We just read the story about Koala Lou and her mother. So I thought it would be fun to learn about real koalas. And then after I talk about my mom, let's read a story together. I love you forever. Okay, so first, real koalas. This story is written by the author, Sandra Markle. What a fun idea to write a story about. The illustrations are done by Howard McWilliam. Now, Howard McWilliam, he drew the pictures of these kids, but there's also some real photographs also in this story. What if one day when you woke up, the ears on your head weren't yours? What if overnight a wild animal's ears took their place? There's lots of kids in this story imagining what life would be like a day with animal ears, but we're going to skip to the part where it's about koalas. So some fun facts about koalas. A koala's big round ears are completely covered with fuzzy oily hair. This protects them from hot sunshine and chilly winds. Plus raindrops run off so fast that their ears stay dry on the inside. Now here is the drawing. How fun is this? Of the girl with koala ears. If you had koala ears, you could style your ear hair. Then you would be sure to turn heads and start a wild trend. I hope you enjoyed this story about Koala Lou and how she liked spending time with her mother. And I also hope you thought about, just like Koala Lou, how do you like spending time with your mom? You've had a lot of time lately in your home, or maybe like me and my mom outside our home. I wrote about how my mom and I also love spending time together, and taking hikes is our favorite thing to do. I love looking at the wildflowers and the trees. My mom especially loves looking up in the trees, and she's always on a bear hunt. She's always hoping she sees a bear. That's our favorite thing to do. I hope you enjoyed writing about you and your mom. And now we get to listen to the story, I Love You Forever, a story written by Robert Munch, and the illustrations of this story are by Sheila McGraw. A mother held her new baby and very slowly rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she held him, she sang, I love you forever, I like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. The baby grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was 2 years old. He ran all around the house. He pulled all the books off the shelves. He pulled all the food out of the refrigerator, and he took his mother's watch and flushed it down the toilet. Sometimes his mother would say, this kid is driving me crazy. But at night, when the 2-year-old was quiet, she opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, looked up over the side of his bed, and if he was really asleep, she picked him up and rocked him back and forth, back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. The little boy grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was 9 years old, and he never wanted to come in for dinner. He never wanted to take a bath, and when his grandma visited, he always said bad words. Sometimes his mother wanted to sell him to a zoo. But at night, when he was asleep, the mother quietly opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, and looked up over the side of the bed. If he was really asleep, she picked up that 9-year-old boy and rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby, you'll be. The boy grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was a teenager. He had strange friends and he wore strange clothes and he listened to strange music. Sometimes the mother felt like she was in a zoo. But at night, when that teenager was asleep, the mother opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, and looked up over the side of the bed. If he was really asleep, she picked up that great big boy and rocked him back and forth and back and forth, back and forth. While she rocked him, she sang, I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby, you'll be. That teenager, he grew and he grew and he grew and he grew until he was a grown-up man. He left home and got a house across town. But sometimes on dark nights, the mother got into her car, drove across town. If all the lights in her son's house were out, she opened his bedroom window, crawled across the floor, looked up over the side of his bed. And if that great big man was really asleep, she picked him up and rocked him back and forth, back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby, you'll be. Well, that mother, she got older. She got older and older. One day she called up her son and said, you better come see me because I'm very old and sick. So her son came to see her. When he came in the door, she tried to sing the song. She sang, I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always. But she couldn't finish because she was too old and too sick. The son went to his mother and he picked her up and rocked her back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And he sang this song, I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my mommy, you'll be. When the son came home that night, he stood for a long time at the top of the stairs. Can you make a prediction of what he's going to do in his own home? That's right. He's going to keep on singing like his mama did. Then he went into the room where his very new baby daughter was sleeping. He picked her up in his arms and very slowly rocked her back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while he rocked her, he sang, I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, and as long as I'm living, my baby, you'll be. I bet sometimes your families might think that you're so crazy and belong to a zoo, but no matter what, always remember that you're loved and that just like your moms love on you, it's so important to also love on them. So please wish them a happy Mother's Day for me and really make it an extra special day. Okay, see you soon.